I blew up at my stepsister at her comments about my lost weight. I've been working with a trainer for 8 months and dropped 60 pounds. My stepsister Kira always had something to say about it, but kept it subtle. Last week at my mom's birthday dinner, she was being extra weird. When I mentioned my morning workout, she rolled her eyes and said, "God, you're so obsessed now. Like, we get it. You go to the gym. You don't have to make it your whole personality." I felt that familiar sting. Growing up, Kira always had this way of making me feel like I was too much of everything. Too loud, too excited, too fat, and now apparently, too healthy. I forced a smile and changed the subject, but something felt different about her tone, more bitter than usual. About an hour later, my cousin pulled me aside into the kitchen. She looked uncomfortable, debating whether to say something. She said, "Look, I don't want to start drama, but I think you should know what Kira's been saying about you." My stomach dropped. "What do you mean?" "She's been telling people at her office that you're sleeping with Derek, your trainer. She said you're one of those desperate women who throws herself at any guy who shows her attention. She even said you probably pay him extra for special sessions." I recorded her because I couldn't believe how nasty she was being. I felt like someone had punched me in the chest. All the air left my lungs. This wasn't just a snide comment at dinner. She had been actively destroying my reputation behind my back, to strangers, people who would never hear my side of the story. She said, "What?" My voice came out as a whisper. "I'm so sorry," she continued. She was laughing about it. Said something about how predictable it was that you'd fall for the first guy to give you attention after losing weight. I told her she was being horrible, but she just shrugged it off. I stood there in my mom's kitchen, holding a paper plate with half-eaten birthday cake, feeling completely humiliated. Derek is 55 years old, married with 3 kids, and treats me like a daughter. Kira knows this. She's met him at our family barbecues. The idea that anyone would think I was sleeping with him made me physically sick, but what made it worse was knowing Kira had said it with such confidence. Such cruelty. I walked back to the dining room in a daze. Kira was laughing with my aunt about something. She looked so pleased with herself, so comfortable in her little bubble of superiority. Something inside me snapped. 8 months of her comments, years of her subtle put-downs, and now this. I wasn't going to smile and take it anymore. I walked straight up to their conversation and interrupted. "Hey Kira, want to tell everyone what you've been saying about me and Derek?" The color drained from her face instantly. Her laugh died mid-sentence. "I don't know what you're talking about." "Really? Because apparently I'm sleeping with my trainer now. Even though you know he's happily married with kids, and you've met his family at our barbecues. Should I tell everyone the exact words you used? About how I'm desperate and pathetic?" The entire table went dead silent. My mom looked between us, confused and alarmed. My dad put down his coffee mug. Even the little kids stopped talking. "What's going on?" my mom asked, her voice tight with worry. So I told them everything. How Kira had been spreading vicious rumors about me at her workplace. How she described me as desperate and pathetic. How she was making up stories about my relationship with my trainer, a man they'd all met at family barbecues. A man who talks about his wife and kids constantly. I could feel my voice shaking as I spoke. 8 months of hurt and frustration pouring out. She can't stand that I'm finally happy with myself. So instead of being supportive, she's been telling strangers that I'm sleeping around for attention. Kira started crying and said I was lying, but I had the recording from my cousin. The whole dinner was ruined, and Kira left early. Now half my family thinks I went too far, but I'm not apologizing.